What's up everyone? My name is Negar. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Usually I make daily vlogs, but this video has been requested and there's so many questions about it. And honestly, I remember when I was getting my boob job, I could not find any good vlogs. Like, what was your experience? Tell me everything, like a real life situation. I couldn't find information about like doctors, but I didn't want to hear from the doctors. I wanted to hear from like a real life experience, you know, and I feel like I didn't find anything that was thorough. So I figured this is the perfect time to make this vlog about my experience with breast augmentation. I got mine done 2.5 months ago, and I want to go through the way I want to break up this video is I'm going to talk about my mindset and why I got it. Then I'm going to talk about the process, and then I'm going to talk about like how I feel right now, which I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Very good decision. Like seriously, now it's like I just go around and I tell people, you need a boob job. You need a boob job. Trust me, you need a boob job. Like that's the thing you need. I know you don't realize it, but that's what you're missing. So, okay, the first thing I want to talk about is my experience, what my mindset around it and why I decided to do it. And if you're on the fence about it, I would say definitely listen to this part. Now, I have to give you a little bit of background about myself to kind of put it into perspective. So I grew up in Iran. I was 17 when I moved to the US. Also, my name is Negar. Like of course, you probably haven't heard of it. It was very difficult to live with this name when I moved here, but I embraced it. I never changed it. I think that the biggest question when it comes to plastic surgery in general is like, why should you have to get plastic surgery? Why can't you be happy with how you look and who you are, and why do you have to feel like you're missing something or you have to fix something? And that's a very good argument, like 100%. And I've always been somebody who was an advocate for looking natural and like really embracing yourself and your who you are and how you were born, like your own uniqueness. I really truly believe in that, and I love that. And you can see, like, I did not get anything. I have not gotten anything else done. I'm 31 years old. Who knows? Maybe I'll get something, like, I don't know. but what I want to say is that's a great argument. And look, for me, at least for me, I don't know about other women, but for my experience, it never came from a place of I am missing something. Like, honestly, I never felt that. I never felt that I'm missing boobs or something. It was really just like, I love the way I look. I always loved the way I look. And I started working out like when I was like 19, shortly after I moved here, I started working out. And, you know, for me, I loved that look. I loved the abs and like being flat chested for me was never an issue. I actually liked it. I knew how to dress it. I wore like workout clothes that were cute and stuff like that. So I didn't have a problem with it. Now, the thing is, the boob job for me, it really was like something that came to my head. And because the past, like since I turned like 30, maybe 29, I've been on this journey of like finding embracing my feminine side, I would say, especially because like I just gave you my background. Like growing up in Iran, I always felt pretty much ashamed of being a woman, and I felt like being a woman, it was never good enough. And it's weird. I mean, it was a combination of being in a Muslim country that were like, it's always shameful for you to be girly, or like if a man like sees you and is attracted to you, like that's shameful or whatever. So like there was a lot of guilt and shame around like that side of femininity, but also there was a lot of like negative emotions towards being a girl for me, because it felt like all it did is it just stopped me from achieving my goals or being somebody in the world. Because in Iran, it's really hard for a woman to like thrive and just do what they want to do. You know, you have to wear a hijab and you have to do this, and you can't hold hands, and you can't get a hotel room by yourself, and you can't leave the country without your dad signing your fucking papers, or if your dad's not there, then your husband. Like there's just so many things that like keep you from like progressing in your life as a woman. There's not that many options. So I think that I had a very negative relationship with that side of me. And then after I got married and I lived in the US for a while, I realized that like it sucks, because like I love being a woman and I really wanted to embrace that side of me. I wanted to let go of all this like negative feelings and feeling like I need to be my own man. And it really is like, when I got married, my husband helped me so much with all of this. Like I can't even tell you, like I was so different. I was so different. I thought that I was just gonna be alone my whole life, and I had to take care of myself, and I had to like be the breadwinner and stuff like that. And I mean, I think like if you're a strong woman, you probably feel that, especially given that like kind of the background I explained. So for me, like I really wanted to, like the boob job for me was me taking a step towards my feminine side. And it was amazing. It really was the best decision I made. It never came from a place of lack. But I do want to say this, and I'm a coach and I'm a fitness, I do women's fitness, and I'm a coach, and I really believe in what I'm about to tell you. It's like, if you feel like something is missing in your life, or something is bothering you, if something's bothering you to a point where like you don't know what to wear, you don't know what clothes to wear because it's like, well, nothing fits, you know? Or like you think about this all the time, like, oh, what if I had boobs? You know, if that is a thought in your head that's like incessant, I'm telling you, you need to like get rid of it. Like you need to like, you either accept it that you either accept that you don't have it and move on and not think about it, or you fix it. There's no other point. Like just sitting in your own head with that thought day after day after day, it is the worst thing you can do. Like you got to get rid of it. Now, whether you're getting rid of it by accepting it or you're getting rid of it by fixing it, you know, then do that. Like do that. So for me, like I had that idea in my head. It really came from like, oh, I want to wear more feminine clothes. That's where it started for me. I want to be more feminine and like explore and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, I think if I get my boobs done, that could help me a lot with feeling that way. So I literally had that thought like 3 months ago, and 2 weeks, and I literally like 2 weeks after I had that thought, I called the doctor and I set up my appointment. And because it was around the Christmas time, most people don't get their surgery around Christmas time because they don't want to, like, you know, they want to go visit family and stuff like that. But for me, it was the perfect time because I'm a personal trainer and I'm working with people in person, and Christmas is slower. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. Let's do it. So literally like 2 weeks after that, like within a month, I had the thought, I made the decision, I had the appointment, and I had my surgery. Like that was it. It was very fast, and I'm so happy that I did that. Because you really don't want to like sit with it, because I can tell you, even the 2 weeks that I had, sometimes I would think, well, do I really need it? Because I'm not really unhappy, you know. But it's not about that. It's about elevating your experience. It's not about like, do I really need it? Well, do you really need like to be a millionaire? Do you really need like, I don't know, to find your soulmate? Or could you be happy with an average person? I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? It's about elevating your experience in life. And for me, this decision was so aligned with what I'm doing, because I keep seeing my 30s are my creative decade. And I've never thought I was a creative person. Ever, never. I literally kept saying like, I don't have a single creative bone in my body. And look at me now, like so weird. But anyway, I don't want to go on a tangent. So now that you understand the mindset, I want to talk about the process. So the process, I basically went to a doctor in Scottsdale that I found from recommendations. He's absolutely amazing. His name is Carlos Mata, and the center is called Natural Results Plastic Surgery. So I called and I set up an appointment, went in for a consult, and really like, I wanted something very, very natural. So that's what I told the doctor. I was like, I want something very natural. I don't want it to be like super crazy in your face. I want it to feel like, oh, she's always had boobs. That's the look I was going for. And he recommended a size for me, and we went with that size. And I think it's like 355 cc. And with implants, it's the sizes are in cc, which is volume. And I have gummy bear implants. And they're round, they're not teardrop, they're round. And what else? So what they did too is they had, basically they would take your measurements, And then yes, it's kind of annoying. Like it really is. Like you have to be shirtless. But they give you robes and stuff, so you can immediately cover yourself, so it's not like you're just sitting there with your tits out. So they measure you, and then they take some pictures, and they had this machine. I don't know if everybody has this, but the place I went to, they had a machine where like after they take the picture, it's like a 3D, and then they put the implant size on there and they render it, and they show you virtually how it would look on your body. So that was great. I think that was really helpful for me. So after I had this consult, like make sure if you're going, you ask all of your questions, and you literally like just don't be shy. So we had the consult, it went great. We put a down payment, and mine was about 10,000. Yeah, that's how much mine was. And then what else? Yeah, so we set up the surgery date, and then they give you like the stuff to take home with you. Like you're supposed to wash yourself with a soap on the day of surgery. And then I think I had to be fasted. Yeah, I also had to be fasted, like, which was pretty simple because my surgery was early in the morning. I think it was 8 a.m. So I just, after like 12 o'clock, I didn't have any food or water. You can't have any water either. So like in the morning, you can't drink any water, which for me was very, very hard because that's what I do. I wake up and I just drink a lot of water. So surgery. Now, I never had any surgeries before this. This was my first one. And I would say it was the worst part of the whole situation. It was very fast, which was awesome. It was like 30 minutes. So I went in an hour early. They prep you, they get your like, I don't know, vitals and stuff like that. And then it's like, it was like, they took me into the surgery room. And as soon as I entered the surgery room, because it wasn't in the hospital, everything was in their clinic. And as soon as I went into that room, I just like got so weird. This weird feeling, like super anxious. It was freezing. It was like a freezer that you put dead meat in. Like that's what it felt like to me. So I just immediately just tensed up when I walked in there. And then like they had me like laying on the bed, and then the nurse, so they were like putting IV in my hand for the anesthesia that was like through the vein. So the anesthesia for them was through the vein. It wasn't like a mask. They also had an oxygen mask. But it was so weird because like when I laid down, then she started putting like, she put a blanket on me, which was nice, but then she started putting this like belt like on my legs and my arms, and I looked over to the sides, and I realized there's like little belts where like they belt you, and I literally panicked. I was like, oh my god, are you gonna tie me down? And she was like, we'll just tie you down after after you're knocked out or whatever. I'm like, lady, then why are you showing me this? Like I was literally, there was tears in my eyes. I was like so panicked. And then like literally like 2 seconds later, like I just wasn't like knocked out. Like I don't remember. Like I just woke up in a wheelchair and my boobs were there. So it wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. I just like was very anxious when it came to the actual surgery room. It just looked like the Frankenstein's basement with like metal and steel stuff, and I don't know, cold. But after that, I woke up in a wheelchair, and as soon as I woke up, the nurse talked to me a little bit, and once I was like good to go, like I was like conscious, she just rolled me out to the car, and my husband was there, and they just put me in the car. And when I first woke up, I had the same, I feel like the anxiety I had right before it was carried into afterwards. So when I woke up, I felt very anxious. Now some people are like laughing and shit because of the anesthesia, but that was not the case for me. I was very anxious, and I felt like crying, and like my jaw was just like clicking the whole time because I was like shaking from anxiety. But as soon as I got in the car, it was fine. Like I saw my husband and I was good to go. And the place was like 10 minutes away from our apartment. So we came home. I just felt very like, I don't know, like, you know, when you wake up from anesthesia, it's just like groggy and you don't know what's going on. So when we got home, I just went straight to bed, and you have to put pillows behind you so you're kind of like elevated when you're sleeping, and you have to sleep on your back. So that's what we did, and I slept on my back, and I think I woke up after like 2 hours, and it was like midday. So after that, I felt good, and laying down the whole, like when you get your boobs done, it's like when you go to lay down, anything that requires your abs to flex, it kind of pulls under the boob and you definitely feel weird. So like for the first few days, for the first few weeks, I had to like roll into bed and kind of roll out of bed. Like you can't do anything that's like this, like a crunch. You have to just roll. And anything, it's so weird that you don't realize how many motions actually use your chest. Like if I was like cleaning a counter, like I couldn't really clean the counter or put any force into it because I kept feeling my chest. But anyway, so after I woke up, I felt great. I had some food, I had some juice, organic juice, and then we went for a walk with the dogs. And honestly, like 2 days later, I went to work, and I'm a personal trainer, and I went to work and I started training people, and I just couldn't touch anything. Like you can't really lift anything or touch pick anything up. They say anything more than 10 pounds, which is everything. Like everything's more than 10 pounds. So after that, I literally went to work and I would tell my clients what to do and what to move and stuff like that. And I was fine. I had the easiest recovery. Now they tell you can't do any workouts for 6 weeks and you can't raise your heart rate. And that's for most people. I'm sure that's like a good thing for most people. But for me, like I'm a very active person and like I could not do that. So I didn't lift anything upper body for 6 weeks. But I think within the week, I started doing some very light, like leg exercises that don't require me to touch anything, like bodyweight squats, bodyweight lunges, abduction machine a little bit, like nothing crazy. And then I think after 3 to 4, maybe after 4 weeks, I started doing like very light Stairmaster, because they also tell you don't raise your heart rate a lot, so you can't go hiking or anything. But again, like when we hit the 5-week mark, we started going on hikes. I went slow, took my time, and definitely you notice like your level of fitness is not the same, especially because like you probably weren't doing anything. So yeah, after the 6-week mark, I started doing like light like shoulder raises and stuff like that. And like I would say 2 weeks ago, I started doing some back. And when I do back, I just do single arm, because when I do single arm, it doesn't engage my chest. When you raise together is where you really engage your chest the most. But right now, I mean, I could lift my arms all the way above my head after the first week. And also, I was worried about like showering and doing my hair and stuff, especially with my hair, because I had to raise my hand. But honestly, like it was fine. Like I showered. Now it wasn't like the easiest. I kind of had to shower like this, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It really wasn't. They gave me pain meds and they gave me antibiotics. I took the pain meds for 1 day, and I took the antibiotics. I think I took 2 of them, and then I stopped, because that shit is really bad for you. It kills all of your gut bacteria. It's terrible. So I didn't need it. It was preventative, so I didn't take it. Now the last thing is you put like, they give you a surgical bra. I forgot about that. They give you a surgical bra, so you have to wear the surgical bra. But they only give you one. And then she's like, and you have to wear it like all day and you have to sleep in it. So I ended up I found it on Amazon, and I ordered like 3 more, because she was like, you can wash it when you take it off like 1 hour a day. I'm like, lady, what do you think is this? Like, I can't do that. So I just ordered a whole bunch extra, and I mean, it was very helpful. I still wear the surgical bra when I go to bed. After the 6 weeks, I started wearing regular bras. You can wear that, I think, even earlier, but I just felt more comfortable. I just felt like whenever I put any other bra on, like sports bra, it just didn't feel like they were like held well. And you'll know what I'm talking about. Like you feel like you need them to be held. Otherwise, you feel the weight when you first get it done. So I wore the surgical bra for like 6 weeks straight. And then now I wear other sports bras, like this one has a built-in bra. But I still wear my surgical bra to bed, because I really feel the best when I wear it. I feel like they're not fucking everywhere, and they're very like secure. And I just started doing yoga again. I can't really do anything chest yet. Not that I couldn't, I probably could, but it just freaks me out. Like I feel things moving and I'm like, like I can't. But anyway, I'm sure slowly I'm gonna get into like doing like chaturangas and stuff like that. That's my only thing. I don't need to do any chest exercises. Even before my surgery, I didn't do that many. I don't like the look, but for yoga, I wanted to be able to do like planks and like chaturangas and stuff like that. And then as far as the scar, so mine was under the muscle, which I recommend, but you do you. I think it looks more natural. The scars are very little. They're down here and they're mostly gone for me, but I still have a scar cream that I wear that I put on it twice a day. And really that's it. Like, what else do you want me to tell you? Super happy. Like I said in the beginning of this video, like I tell everybody, I'm like, what it is like, it just gives you so much more confidence. And for me, I worked out so much and I really love the fit look, but I always felt like something was a little bit off, but I never thought about it being boobs. I don't know why, I just didn't. But to be honest, it's all proportion. Like when it comes to your body, it's all about proportion. Oh, something else I wanted to tell you that really drastically changed for me was the boobs. Like literally changed my posture. I used to have this like posture like this, and I knew that I had it and I worked on it so hard. I literally tried so hard to get rid of it. But I think that's something in my mind subconsciously. Now that I'm out of it, I know it. In my mind, I thought if this is flat, then I want my shoulders to show like this because it's cute. But like that made me hunch in all the time. And honestly, this posture can make you depressed. Like literally, you're not even breathing. How can you breathe fully if you're like this? And when you can't breathe fully, your mind's gonna get depressed. You're not giving oxygen to your mind. Like stand up right now and just like lift up your chest and you're immediately gonna feel more confident. So this something that it has done for me. It's like my posture has just transformed and I don't even have to think about it anymore. I just feel like, okay, nipples forward. Like that's what I think. And I just feel more confident and it is now showing in my posture. So I can't wait for this summer when I can wear bikinis and dresses. Like I literally have not worn dresses in so long and I wasn't bothered by it, but now I'm just excited for it. So anyway, if you have any questions, put it in the comments for me and I will definitely answer it all. I do want to mention that I'm in Scottsdale, so that's where my doctor is. He's incredible. Highly recommend. But again, if you have any questions, put it in the comments. Also, follow me on Instagram. You can always DM me on my Instagram. I have other videos on Instagram about my boob job that I did when I was getting it. So they're more like, I don't know, like in the moment kind of things. There's not that many though. And if you don't follow me and if you like this video, then give me a subscribe and watch my vlogs. I really try to make like super realistic vlogs. They're daily. I just show you like my routine, how I'm getting lean for the summer, what I eat, like my philosophy on things and kind of like the random shit I do. But just a little quick thing about me is like I used to be an engineer. And because again, I'm Persian and like when you're from Iran, it's like you grow up and they tell you like you're either a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. So nothing else counts as a real job and a real life or a real purpose. So, and fuck that. So I quit my engineering job. I think it was like, I don't even know, like a few years ago. I quit it. And like since then, I've really just been on a mission and a journey to find my purpose. And I think that getting more into my feminine side is helping me so much. I can't tell you, like you have to, the masculine and the feminine in you need to like match and like integrate for you to be able to find your life's task and your life's work. And I'm a big believer in purpose over money. Purpose over money, 100%. I don't care if I have an average apartment the rest of my life, as long as I'm doing what I love and I'm like giving my gifts. That's what I want. That is true happiness to me. And I just want to live a life that's like true to me. And I hope that you guys like, that's like the point of my channel, is to like hope that you guys can get inspired by that. And it's also showing that it's not perfect. Like we're just figuring it out. Like I don't know what it is either, but I'm not gonna give up. Like, because it's like this. I'm either gonna die or I won't be dead and I'll have one more day to figure it out. But besides that, like I've put aside the idea of working for money like so long ago, I got rid of that idea in my head. Anyway, Gino's home and I'm gonna finish this video. So if you got some value, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, watch my daily vlogs, and I will see you in another video.